Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe it. We have a sad news today, but boys, the ray gun has been nerfed. It is not as good as it used to be, and it's very indirect nerfs to the ray gun. It's not necessarily like a damage decrease like last time. This time, it is actually this Ring of Fire strategy. I want to thank Sulky for the gameplay here. But man, this strategy has been nerfed to oblivion because of the fact that now when you are in the Ring of Fire with the ray gun, it still uses your ammo in the clip. It does not use the stock as it shows in this pre-patch gameplay. So I'm assuming one of the common fixes is something you'll actually see on screen here is with the die. But this that you're seeing right now where it's using it out of the stock, no, that is not a thing anymore. And also the ray gun got a second massive nerf, and that is instead of the ammo costing 5,000 points, which it just was there, now it is 10,000 points, basically making the top of Nox strategy completely unviable. And honestly, I have no idea on how to think of this. I really don't know if this is the greatest idea for Treyarch to do, to nerf the Ring of Fire just by making the ray gun almost pointless to bring up in this strat. The other guns though, like the Gallo shotgun, are still very viable for this, even in the higher rounds. But now that the ray gun doesn't have that stock ammo, it's going to be very, very difficult to keep up because of the fact that you need all of the ammo that you can get. You can probably still do it with the die here. As you can see, the die and every other gun will still work for doing more increased damage. The ray gun will also still do more increased damage, but it just won't take ammo out of the stock. So I could imagine people will either find ways to use different versions of the die in this Ring of Fire strat, or they will use some other way to get rid of the ray gun, or mainly use the ray gun maybe for when the megatons come on the strat. But regardless, this is a massive nerf to this strategy. And I don't think high rounds will ever be the same. I don't think we will ever get these same records where people are just absolutely smashing the round 100 in under 2 hours. I just don't think that that strategy now is viable anymore. Number one, because of how expensive ray gun ammo is. And also number two, because of the fact that the Ring of Fire is absolutely ridiculously nerfed now for the ray gun. So again, we'll have to see how people really combat this, if this top of Nox strat is even viable anymore. I still believe it is for every other gun that is not the ray gun. It's just unfortunate that for the ray gun, it is completely nerfed. What I would have thought Treyarch would have done to nerf this strategy is honestly not remove the effect from the ray gun, but keep the duration down so that you have to recharge the Ring of Fire more often. But I guess what they wanted to do was completely tackle the nerf specifically at the ray gun itself. So honestly, I don't know how to feel about this. I want you guys to tell me what are your thoughts about this in the comment section below, because listen, I believe you can do this with still any of the other guns in this list. You can do it with a bunch of other different guns. For example, I have a video clip of me here using it with the Gallo, and you can still pop off with it. Like, the Ring of Fire will still use stock ammo out of literally any of the other guns as long as it's not the ray gun, but it is still a massive, massive nerf for high rounds. As long as you're actually hitting headshots here, you can see that I'm hitting almost max damage with a fully upgraded Gallo at legendary rarity. I'm hitting top damage, but as soon as the Ring of Fire is gone, going back to that Gallo is not the play. Plus, in this gameplay, I didn't even have sprinters on, so because I'm only on round 39 and the sprinters come at round 53. But regardless, I believe that this is a massive nerf to the strategy. Was it needed in my opinion? Honestly, I don't really think so. It wasn't really something that I found to be incredibly overpowered to the point where it's like it would make high rounds more introducible to newer players. But also now, like, if you are going for 255, which I was initially trying to go for today, I just can't do it as fast as I wanted to now. Unfortunately, it's going to take longer now than I think 12 hours, when before the record was about 10 hours. So again, it's not a nerf that I was expecting them to do, and it really just came out of the blue. I think people just hopped on today and just sort of found like, wow, the ray gun has been nerfed yet again. It's been a like the ray gun has just had it all go down on it. It has had an ammo nerf, a damage nerf, a ammo nerf again for purchasing ammo, and then finally now it's a ring of fire nerf. So there is so many nerfs with this gun. But here you can see, like, even with the Gallo on round 39, I'm still able to make this strat viable. It's just now with the ray gun, you're gonna need to switch out to the die a lot more for you to be able to hold on. Honestly, what are your guys' thoughts about this nerf with the ray gun? Down in the comment section below. I really have no idea. Here you can see me go die. I'm dead on. Get that gameplay out of here, bro. But yeah, chat, at the end of the day, am I happy with this? I think I'm happy with the Ring of Fire nerf, because obviously the Ring of Fire strat is insanely overpowered. But the thing I'm not that happy for, to be quite honest, is just the fact that the ray gun ammo costs so much now. It almost makes it impossible to gather up points, because you see this 758,000 point marker, that'll be split down in half, and especially when you down in the later rounds, you lose points from that too. So it's really negating the amount of points you can obtain in total, and I'm not totally sure how to feel about this whole strategy at the end of the day now. I'm gonna have to try it and see if it is even at all viable in the later rounds. Honestly, I still think it is. It's just now I think you need to use more of the die rather than using the ray gun, because now look, you can see here, if you suck up while you're in the ring of fire, you still do a ton of damage. It's mainly just the reloading with the ray gun that's just not viable anymore to keep up with this knock strat. I still think it is possible. It just is going to make the Ring of Fire a lot more situational for when you need to pop it. And again, I'm not totally sure how I feel about that. I think, like, this was one of the easiest high rounds ever in all of Call of Duty Zombies. This was also one of the easiest Easter eggs. And to just make it artificially more difficult because of the fact now that you just have to reload, there's that extra bit of seconds, and then now you have the ammo. Honestly, we'll have to see. I'll have to see how it goes at the end of the day, and we'll see where the ray gun takes us. But now, boys, I ask you again, what do you guys think about this in the comment section below? It really just came out of nowhere. I believe there's going to be, again, another massive patch note update for when the November 24th update comes out. We've got Nuketown 84 on the way. We got some sort of new zombies mode coming in 4 days, so I'll be covering that on the channel. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all, ladies and gentlemen, in that next one, baby.